Would you rather?
Shout everything you say,
or whisper everything you say.
Welcome to TheRathercast,
where every week we present to you a family-friendly Would You Rather question. We debate our answers, and we invite you to do the same with your family. This week, are we going to shout everything we say, or whisper everything you say? Which would be harder to live with in your life, do you think? Which would be more complicated and confusing for strangers to meet on the street?
Can I go first?
Ender wants to jump in. Ender, will you shout or whisper
everything I say?
You're gonna do whispering, all the things
because
you say.
I can whisper like this.
Okay, but let's not whisper on the podcast right now because our microphones is gonna have a hard time with that. So please explain in your normal voice why you would like to whisper.
I would like to whisper because I can whisper loud.
You can okay.
And quiet. And so with the yelling, you kind of have to go loud, but with this one, you only have, get
You
the
would
option.
only have the option to be
quiet.
Very loud. There's only really one way to shout. I mean, there's kind of only one way to whisper, right? Like,
but you can whisper like this.
No, that's not a whisper.
No, that's a whisper.
It's just really loud.
When does a whisper become normal volume?
When
Whispering
you start
also has
like this.
it also has like more of the full power of your voice behind it. Whispering is like really breathy. Okay, Elodin, will you shout everything you say, or will you whisper everything you say? Would you rather? He's thinking.
Shout because I don't want to break the rules like Kinder did.
Oh,
that's really like a loud whisper. I don't think that's a whisper.
Well, I don't know. I think it's still a spirit of the whisper. So you're telling me that even when you meet a total stranger, you would rather be like, "Hello, it's nice to meet you."
When you're a foot
They're gonna be like, "Why are you yelling at me?"
Be like, "Hello, it's nice to meet you."
Yeah,
but
you
your
could be
teacher's gonna be so
you could
mad
be like,
at you.
You're gonna have to always ask to sit in the back of the classroom.
Just explain it to them.
When you meet someone, you'll have to be like, "We're gonna have to have this conversation from across the room." Elodin's gonna shout it at everybody. This is interesting. I think I'm gonna have to go with Ender though, because I feel like if I was stuck with whispering, I could get some kind of microphone enhancement device to carry around, a little pocket speaker.
I could get a muffler. They make that.
Oh, Elodin could get a muffler.
They make that.
So we could amplify our whispers. It's still kind of harder to understand someone who's whispering in that whispery kind of way. But I still think it's easier to amplify the whisper than it is to quiet the shouting.
Yeah.
Also,
I disagree.
You disagree? You think it'd be easier to dampen? What do you imagine would quiet the shouting?
Well, they make little pocket speakers that clip onto a belt.
Yeah, and then we could whisper into a little microphone. It sounds like kind of a hassle, but, that's the nature of this Would You Rather question.
But mine, I could just, wear a helmet, and then everything I say would be quieter.
You'd always be, speaking through, you'd be shouting through some sort of, device that would modulate the volume. Man, we've had to really create a fancy workaround. The difference is the thing that Ender and I need to enhance our whispers already exists, but yours you need to engineer it.
No.
You don't think so? You think it's already out there?
Most things exist.
Most things exist.
That is true.
It does seem that way when you go to look for something on Amazon. Usually things already seem to exist, even if you're sure that you thought of the idea.
Yeah,
it's already there.
Didn't.
Yeah, it's probably already something that someone else has made. So we have 2 whisperers and 1
shouter.
And that is what we are going with. A nice breezy episode here on the Rathercast today. Please find us if you would like to tell us how you would choose between these options, shouting or whispering, and send us some new Would You Rather questions to debate on the Rathercast. We would love to hear it.
We really need some questions.
We need some good, thought-provoking, challenging questions questions that aren't just so like obvious, right, when you ask them. Those are fun too, but we do those more for rapid fire.
Would you rather sit in a bed and go to sleep, or sit in a pool and go to sleep?
Well,
bed.
Yeah,
bed.
Yeah, bed. Obviously, the pool would be really dangerous to sleep in a pool. Yeah, exactly. That's too obvious. We need thought-provoking, challenging, sometimes gross, not always gross. Would you rather questions? Thanks so much for joining us, and we can't wait to catch you next time on
TheRathercast!
Would you rather show your love for the Rathercast by supporting the show, or crush the hopes and dreams of a dad and his 2 sons? Make the right choice and learn how you can help by checking the show notes or visiting TheRathercast.com. You can also submit a Would You Rather question of your own to be considered for a future episode by emailing TheRathercast@gmail.com.